that I have been asking all college baseball coaches, and number one, uh, does it need to be an expansion of the tournament? And when I say that, coach, I've heard other coaches say, you don't want to water it down, but then at the same time, you don't want to forget about teams like, you had Ball State last year, you had Rutgers, you had a bunch of teams last year, and I don't know, coach. I just think it's kind of hard to just, even if you come up short in your conference tournament, isn't it kind of hard to overlook a team that uh, lost 40? I mean, excuse me, that won 40 games. So, what is your opinion on that? And how can I mean, college football is doing it. They're going to go to 12 teams. I think college basketball does the first four in now or whatever. So, is there any type of expansion you think that we could look at for the future, coach?
I think it's truly it's kind of a situation. When you look at, I don't want to necessarily call it the disadvantage that teams may have us, but there's some truth to it early in the year, and that some of those teams, there's definitely a bias to where those programs may not get the opportunity if they don't, become an automatic qualifier by winning the conference tournament. I think that there are some really good teams that may get overlooked. So I do think expansion is a possibility. I don't know if that's necessarily the best route when you talk about, I don't want to say just letting everyone in, but expanding to where maybe some teams that have not earned the right to be there are getting an opportunity to play. So I don't know if it's necessarily expanding the size of the tournament or maybe limiting some of the opportunities that teams that are really rewarded because of RPI based on the competition that they play automatically get those at-large bids.
Right, and
it's something that I think does need to be looked at.
yes, and I've got various answers from all different coaches around the country on it. Some think that when Coastal Carolina won, they think certain people don't want that to happen again. Other people say, this non-power 5 school had this RPI, they never got in, and then other people worry it's about it's about money. But I see at some point they're going to have to expand to some extent, and I think they can do that without watering it down. I think it should be, come up with some type of criteria. Maybe if 40 wins is a guarantee to get in there, or something. Because I think that's, and then another thing, coach. A lot of people were worried like this. They said, "Oh, okay, well, if they do expand it, are they just going to let the 8th, 9th, or 10th SEC or ACC team in?" So
that was kind of my point, to where we're giving automatic, at-large bids to programs from just the larger conferences, which rightfully so. They play a little bit of a gauntlet week in and week out.
Right.
Side of the argument for sure.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, but then you could make the argument for Texas State, and last year they had a great year. But yeah, I agree. Now, replay, coach. One more controversial thing. Is it time? I'll just get straight to it. Is it time for replay? I saw something in the regionals last year. A lot of people saw it. Do they need to get and forget regular season? If you're good, you're good. But postseason tournaments, do we need replay in a command center to be like, okay, maybe I didn't get that right on this replay. Let me have somebody call from the NCAA to say, all right, let's get this right going into regionals or super regionals.
I think that for the postseason, absolutely, it is something that needs to be available and used. I think it's tough when you stretch out beyond postseason play just because of the limited resources that certain programs across the country and or conferences may have to require replay. Because there's a significant cost involved, in technology and availability for all the different types of facilities that are used throughout the country.
Right. Yeah. And that's my.
And first pitch crushing. Oh, man. Lean into it. It's an understatement. Oh, my goodness. Number 2 for Bryce Harper as a Philly.